Sorry, I had to write it down. I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Claire, maid of honor, and sister of the bride. Can I just start by saying that was a beautiful ceremony? You guys look amazing. I teared up for sure. Great job, everybody. All the readings, everything. I'll stand up here. Here we go. Okay, please silence your cell phones. Just kidding, just kidding. But make sure your glasses are full because you're going to need it. I am so happy for you and Greg and honored to be part of your wedding. This is so much fun. I want to start by telling you how special my sister is to me. Jess is such a caring and nurturing person. Some of you may not know this about me, but I could never sleep in my bed all by myself. I slept in my parents' bed until I was like 8. Okay, like maybe 10. And I started overstaying my welcome, for sure. So instead of going just across the hallway to my parents' room, I would have to walk down our long, scary, dark hallway to my sister's room, and she always had a spot for me in her bed. I didn't even need an excuse. She would just let me crawl right over. I lost my spot. Thank you for always being so caring and loving. Everyone, please raise your glass. To caring and loving. This is my first toast. Caring and loving. I can't hold my glass at the same time, so drink it. Thank you, Uncle Mike. This became such a habit that I just eventually moved into her room, and that my room was always a mess from the hours we would spend playing Barbies. And when Jess got her driver's license, she would drive me everywhere, mostly to the movies, where we would spend the better part of our day movie hopping, eating Kit Kat bites and drinking Arizona iced teas. And those were really fun times. So thank you for always being my best friend and for sharing with me. Two best friends? Yeah! I told you I got a lot. Then she ran off and joined the military. I'm just kidding. I'm very proud of my sister and happy to tell everyone that my sister is a Navy veteran and the bravest person I know. And who would have known it led you to the man of your dreams? Thank you for being a strong person and a perfect role model. What is it? Oh yeah. Let me turn the page, hang on. To those who have served. Thank you, Omar. When your enlistment ended, we had a lot of catching up to do, and we were very blessed with many opportunities to spend a lot of sister time together. Driving across the country was our first journey. It started when we made a little detour to D.C. We spent the evening running around in the freezing cold, seeing all the monuments. I'd never been, thank you for taking me. The next morning, we visited some loved ones at Arlington. Then we began our journey across the states. We accidentally ended up in Graceland, Tennessee, on Elvis's 75th birthday, and decided that we had to stop for a few hours and tour his house and planes. That was a great, amazing gift the universe gave us that day. Thank you for always being spontaneous. To spontaneity. Here we go. Here we go. Driving across the country, and the blizzard was just a start. We also got the opportunity to travel all the way to UK together to surprise Annie, Trey, and Jamie. We had to spend an entire day, though, sitting at Annie Trey's dinner table writing me a history paper for one of my online classes. Thank you for letting me put my name at the top. Which, knowing now that Greg is such a big history buff, we could really use his help. Darn. Thank you for always being so helpful and patient. To patience, I told you your glasses needed to be full.
Yes! Drink it all, Claire. Get it all.
All right, we're almost there. Okay, here we go. To all of these qualities I have just toasted, I also see in Greg. And I know that you are perfect for each other because of these qualities. To Greg's parents, John and Julie, where are you at? There you are. Thank you for raising the perfect guy for my sister. To John and Julie. John and Julie! Okay, here we go. I'll try not to do that again, but no promises. I have to share a funny story about the first time I met Greg. Someone once told me, you only have one chance to make a good first impression. I have to tell you, I don't switch it off, it just keeps turning off. I have to tell you about my first impression of Greg and my second. The first time I met Greg was on a 4-day luxury tiger cruise, where I spent my 19th birthday on the Eisenhower. There was a man overboard drill in the middle of the night, and we had to muster to where Jess and Greg worked in the radio room. The radio room is the only air-conditioned room on the ship. And it was freezing. I was wearing shorts. Shorts? Not shorts. Figure it out.
So long, she put up one night gold already.
Go faster in person. I was wearing shorts, a tank top and sandals, and without saying a word, Greg noticed I was freezing my knees off and gave me his coat. That was my first impression of Greg. Thank you for always being a true gentleman. To gentlemen. Okay, now my second impression. That's a different story. But my favorite. At the end of that same tiger cruise, we pulled into port after 4 days at sea and departed the ship. Some a little more gracefully than others. As Greg was exiting the ship and walking across the footbridge to the dock with his natural swagger, he oh so smoothly went to swing his sea bag over his shoulder, but it slipped out of his hands, flew through the air, over the bridge, and landed right in the water. In which all his belongings were drenched. Luckily, his phone was not in that bag, and I got the pleasure of laughing out loud to the text he sent Jess immediately after. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm going to take responsibility for this union, because I also had to tell Jess that he liked her and was totally flirting with her. At first she was like, what? No. You think? I was like, yeah, totally, text him back. He's a great guy. That was the summer of 2009, and it feels like yesterday. So I'd like to end this speech by saying you're welcome, Greg. Please, everyone, raise your glass for my final toast, I promise. To all of us here, welcome to Jess and Greg's family. And may we all experience the joy and love that my sister and I have always shared. I love you, Jess. I love you, Greg. Cheers. Let's party.
All right. Very good. Both Gary and Claire. Excellent job. All right. Okay, we'll have the coordinator release tables just in a few moments. So, of course, we'll start with our